my dear Pisces, this is a love bonus reading, a prediction for Scorpio season, 23rd of October to November 22nd, 2019, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And I want to take this time to wish all Scorpios out there a happy birthday. And I'm reading in the order of most liked videos from the previous general readings published for October. And you can see the order I read in this time around at the community section of my channel. And this will be a love reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising sign, and Venus, Vedic or tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So, and I tell you that this is you. It can as well be the person or the situation you are dealing with. Use your own intuition to determine who is who for you. And I will use the Golden Universal Tarot to make your reading. And I will start shuffling your cards. So, my dear Pisces, see what's going on for you. And we have a Queen of Swords in the reverse and the Seven of Wands. No, Seven of Pentacles. It seems like you're dealing with a person that has the Seven of Wands up for you. Okay, with the Queen of Swords here, it feels that this is a very unavailable person. And it might be that you are waiting for them to make a move, or it might be that you are very, very unavailable, but you still are waiting for the other person to make a move. So there has been some kind of putting up boundaries here, and now maybe you're waiting for the effect of it. You have cut someone out, chopped their head off, like the Queen of Hearts in I think it's the Queen of Heart in Alice in the Wonderland, off with their heads. And then waiting for them to come back. It's very hard. It's like, oh, I see another movie reference. It's the Jungle Book. If you knock your student, how do you think they're going to remember what you taught them? So it might be that you Pisces have given your student a very good knock. Like you have knocked them to the ground maybe, and now you're waiting for them to come back and woo you. But maybe you were a little bit too forceful with swinging with the sword and everything like this. So, Two of Swords, you are not going to make a move, that's for sure. And you're trying to ignore the feelings that you have. But in the same time, you're getting impatient, maybe with the other person not coming back, or maybe with the new situation not presenting itself, or maybe with not being happy with the situation that you're actually in. So, call the four archangels in the four corners of the world. And here we see a Three of Pentacles with the Seven of Pentacles. So it seems like you haven't really given up on this situation, even though you swung your sword there. Or the other person hasn't given up, even if they have been rude towards you and cold and cutting and say bye-bye. They still haven't given up. So, 6 elements. And here we have the Strength card together with the Three of Coins. So it seems like maybe both parties needs to mature a little bit and, be a better teacher, better students, and kind of disregard their pride and get back into the game. So, of course not if you have been, abused by this person, or in other ways man or woman handled. we are not encouraging people to go back into violent relationships. Okay, so so it's actually done. I didn't even have time to say the prayer, so just tune in for a few seconds here to you and your situation in Scorpio season, Pisces. So, my dear Pisces, this is your new bottom of the deck, and it's an inspiration. So, an inspiration or a message or a longing, like something we want to do. We're longing for it. Our soul craves it. And this is the old, and this is where we took ourselves out of prison. Like we didn't want to be loved for our behavior, like we have a nice behavior, so people tolerate us. We wanted to be loved for who we truly were. So we started to break free from different patterns here. And from being maybe a good girl or a good boy. Okay. So this is your behaviors and attitudes towards this a particular person in your life or towards these particular people or the situation. And this is the situation itself. And this is the other persons or the other people, what's on their conscious mind about you. This is your feelings for them. And this is the bond between you two. And this is their feelings for you. This is your behaviors and attitudes, the outcome. And this is their behaviors and attitudes towards you. Okay, so we'll start with the situation here. And the situation is a tower in the reversed. So tower in the reversed is not as destructive as the upright tower. It's more like maybe we have built something and we give up on building on it. It can be that. Instead of we have built on something and it just falls into small little pieces. This is more like we just give up. We don't want to put more effort into this, or we have a big dream and we just give up on it. We don't want to. We were going in a certain direction and suddenly we are not, because we're not up for it anymore. We don't feel like it will be rewarding, or we don't have the energy to go through with it. Or we suddenly realize that, what am I fighting for? These other people, they are not fighting with me. They are not trying to build this together with me. So why should I? So, okay. I'm hearing, I think it's maybe 2 songs. Yes. It's Build Me Up, Buttercup. See if I can catch it before I forget it. It's like a dream. When the songs comes, it's like when you don't write it down immediately, it's gone. Tower of Strength. Tower of Strength. So this, I think, was your previous situation, that someone built you up, Buttercup, and you tried to be a Tower of Strength, but you weren't. But suddenly you were. Okay, suddenly you just did this kind of breakthrough, is what I'm feeling, and you came the Tower of Strength, and you didn't care if they tried to build you up, Buttercup. Okay, because you swing the Queen of Swords, shoops, and chop their head off, or let the rock fall on their head. So what's on your conscious mind about them? The rock thing is from the Jungle Book, okay? The cartoon version from when I was a kid, maybe from the 70s or the 80s. I don't remember when it was on the movies. And here we have you, and it's a King of Pentacles, so showing a very healthy position where you have achieved something, like some kind of success, maybe with being able to gain a new relationship, or being able to gain a new career, or like to be really successful in your career, or you have put a lot of effort on your family and friends and created like a big tribe of people that's following you. And with the King of Pentacles, you're pretty sure at your position, and you don't feel like that little person that asked for, please love me, with these 2 songs that came true. So now we are like, I don't care about your tower. I have my own thing here. And this is what's on your conscious mind about them. So we can say that you kind of have turned away from having any conscious thoughts about them, or you don't want to, at least. So this person lives in this tower, and here they are putting the back towards the tower that maybe you had together, or you are doing this. And you might also think, like, if this is what you're thinking about them, you think that maybe they are very stoic, or are very cemented in their beliefs. And this is what's on their conscious mind about you. And they seem to want to reach out. So you are on very different places. They seem to want to solve things between you. And you seems to turn your back from the whole situation. So it's very different. But I guess you put a lot of effort into this before. And then you just said, okay, so if no one is going to work together with me on this, I just let it go and I'll build my own thing here. And so you did. So this is the connection, common energies, the connection, yes, the connection, the bond between you two. So Knight of Pentacles, it feels like you are a little bit, like you are two-minded. This is you being you have decided to not let them build you up, Buttercup, and to be this tower of strength. But in the same time, it's like you can't forget about this person. They're still, you know, the one here. So that can be, of course, a little bit difficult for you. You have been strong, you have moved on, and still this, you feel a little bit weak. It's like the shadow is taking over. This is the black horse, so it's unknown feelings, and you don't know why you have these feelings for this person, or why you are, like, there comes, you're trying to not think about them, and then you do anyway. You try to not have a bond to them, and then you acknowledge, okay, there's a bond anyway. You try to, you know, date someone new, and then it's still this person anyway. So it's like chewing gum that won't let go, like it's stuck underneath your shoe and it's keeping you stuck to the ground. So, but it's your emotional level here that's, it's something that you haven't really discovered what it is. What is the bond really to this person? What is it that you want to achieve with them? What would be, if you could toss away all the logic and ask for a miracle, what would that be? What kind of miracle would that be that you wanted for them? Maybe this is the key to what you need to give to yourself, so you can release yourself from this situation. And sometimes, of course, it's an actual bond between people that's very stubborn. We can't let go because we have loved them for many eons. So this is your feelings towards them. And we have a 5 of Swords, so you're still upset, and you're safe there in your tower, and you feel like you won because you really showed them like they were ungrateful, they didn't love you enough, they didn't build together with you, and see, you left them in the dirt. So this is what I feel like. You feel very secure, that you know what you gave them in the past, you know that it was valuable, and that they will have hard time to finding it somewhere else because you really gave it all, and now you give nothing. So it feels like, yeah, I won. I'm victorious. Now I have proved my point to them. They should have given me more in the past. They should have shown me love. They should have valued me. They should have respected me. And see now what they did, like the consequences of their action or their non-action. So you're pretty prideful here, but your heart is, it seems like it's very loyal. It's still pointing, it's kind of betraying you a little bit. You can see this here. Like here you are, like watching in this direction and being so strong, and then here it's like this heart of yours, the unknown feelings that you have, is betraying you and saying, but that's the one I want. Okay, so this is their feelings towards you. And we have a 4 of Wands in the reverse. So they recognize that they didn't build the foundation strong enough for this tower of yours, like your relationship, your marriage, your thing here. They didn't help you with constructing it, and now it's gone. But they are, with the 4 of Wands in the reverse, they are kind of still in the relationship. They haven't left it. They are still there, but they are just living in the memories of this relationship. But they still feel the connection to you day and night, and can't let it go. And with the 8 of Wands, they acknowledge what happened here, and they take the responsibility for it. But I don't see any actions with this. They just take the responsibility, and they, it's like white flag with Dido going down with this ship. They just accept that you don't want them anymore, is what I'm seeing. So this is your conscious, what's your behavior and attitudes towards them. And we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So it's like you feel that the divine and karma and destiny wants to suck you into this situation again, and you don't want it. You don't want to revisit that painful cycle again. So this is a little bit like a tension between your destiny and your free will, we can say. But I feel also that your actions here, being so strong, taking care of yourself, maybe it's going to free you from this karma. Maybe this is exactly what you need to do. So trust yourself. Don't compromise yourself. If you feel like my way or the highway, and your little heart whispers, but go my way or the highway, and still acknowledge the heart's whispers, but because you don't want to be a shadow thing. You can acknowledge, yes, I love them, but it's what they are doing is too little, too late, and I don't want to be sucked back. Okay, my heart wants it, but I don't have the energy to go through that again. And this is their behaviors and attitudes towards you. And we have the Emperor here. We have here this brain trust. And they have this 8 of Wands. So they want to communicate with you. But it seems like they will not do so in the future. I think it's partly out of respect for you, but mostly because you have proved to them that you don't care. So they accept, okay, this person doesn't care. So they stay in their own sphere, and it's only your heart reaching out to them here. So I don't see them really, reaching out with any love offers. The love offer is kind of there in their foundation. It's they breathe, they live and they live and breathe, and like the oxygen is you and this relationship. But I don't see them doing anything about it with the Emperor there. They just try to be, stoic, stable, non-hysterical. They try to be responsible, we can say. But also stubborn, because it's almost, for me, it feels like they are missing an opportunity with you, because they could tell you this, but it's like they want to be either graceful or a little bit stubborn. Maybe they are a little bit prideful as well. They could, ask you on their knees, but they are not. They're sitting here in a very stoic position. It's like they have given up, but not on your love. I think they love you, but they are not going to show it anymore from what I see here. It's like they accept, they have already told you, it feels like they have told you everything, and you kind of didn't care and you didn't want to revive the situation, or you wanted, but logically you decided not to. And this is the outcome, and we have the High Priestess. So it seems like there will be a kind of a 5D relationship between you two. You will still be together in spirit, but not in flesh. Okay, so you will still have this connection and meet each other in your dreams, and continue working on this maybe for as long as you live. But I don't see anyone reaching out and making the connection. So it's like we sacrifice the relationship. We go down with the ship, wave our white flag, and we decide to, okay, so the love couldn't be, like, we couldn't have the union, so I accept that this is the outcome and that the relationship is over on a material level. This is the old karma between Adam and Lilith. Adam, he was a little spoiled brat at the time, and he had his best buddy was Jehovah. And she here, Lilith, she had a direct connection with the Divine Mother or the universe, Mother, Father, God. And I think Jehovah here was probably more earthly God, maybe a person from a high civilization that helped Adam in some way and was best buddies with him. But Lilith wanted an equal relationship with Adam. She wanted her authority to be acknowledged as well as his authority. His connection with his God was acknowledged, but she felt that her connection with her God, or how she did things, maybe more shamanistic belief and, following her intuition, following her emotions, listening to her instincts, being one with nature, while Adam and Jehovah kind of cut cords with nature, and humans couldn't speak with the animals anymore and all this, but Lilith still could. She wanted this equal relationship, and Adam didn't acknowledge it. He wanted to be superior. He wanted to have power over her. and she went out to the desert. She loved him probably forever, but she never gave in. Okay, she went and married the snake in the paradise. So that's if you go to old records, that's a god called Enki. That's you actually can find on the ambulances and the hospital. His symbol, the Mercury staff, I think the name is, with two snakes. It's the DNA symbol. So he was actually the creator of humankind, if you go to these records. So she married him and got a lot of demon babies. So demons, because they were created probably out of a petri dish. And this old karma is still here. This is still not a union. Adam has still not caved, and Lilith can't still, take his offering of not having an equal relationship. So I feel like both people are giving up here and saying, to hell with it. It's too hard. We can't make this happen. We can't come into union. It hurts. We can't understand each other. We don't seem to speak the same language. So there's still a big gap here. We have this heart. It's like we were supposed to travel these different roads and come together with two different experiences. But because of these two different experiences, the world seems so very different from these different perspectives. So this is the divine masculine and this is the divine feminine. That's now very masculine in its approach. It's not going to sacrifice itself to fix the relationship or fix the situation. So it's just kind of mimicking Adam's lack of responsibility over the relationship and his want of power. So we give up. This is too hard. We can't agree. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling. So advices for my dear Pisces. Advice. Okay, it came advices. So cheer up, live in the moment, and dragon, discover your courage. So it's okay that it didn't work, and you won ground anyway, because I think since Lilith, the divine feminine in both male and females have compromised themselves a lot to be able to work together with the Adam side of things, but it hasn't been really rewarding. Adam is still very stubborn and doesn't want to give up his power that God once granted him. So that's what it's really all about. And the Lilith side of it, she doesn't want to conform herself anymore in the shape of being Eve, that kind of accepted and turned the other cheek and did the groundwork and see to that the house and the relationship and the children and everything was working. So cheer up. Don't dwell on the past as it cannot be changed. Why obsess about the future? Things beyond your control can happen at any time. Become childlike again, as yesterday never mattered and tomorrow is another day. Do something spontaneous. Stop and smell the roses. Bake a cake or sit and watch the people walking by. Just live in the moment and enjoy what you are doing. Allow the universe and your angels to assist you effortlessly at this time. Listen to the angels sing, be still and just go with the flow. If you are feeling exhausted or disheartened, just rest and do nothing. Nurture yourself to re-energize for tomorrow. Do what you need to do to cheer up. Mantra, I live for today and I feel cheerful. So, and the Adam energy can be in a girl or in a boy. It doesn't really matter. It's just an energy. It's not really gender. It's more about want to win or be superior or have, benefits that's only for them. Being winners and having other people being suckers or losers. Okay. So, and you don't want to be the sucker loser anymore, so, okay. The dragon represents courage, strength, and fortitude. The dragon is victorious in any situation and serves as a powerful guide and guardian in all endeavors. Victory comes in emotional triumph and healing of old wounds or completion of a project. A surprise is looming for you that will create one of the most wonderful moments of your life. This is a message for a glorious accomplishment that will set the standards for years to come. Congratulations. my desire is coming to fruition. So, as I said, trust your own intuition, because I think you are on to something. And the Wheel of Fortune in the upright is like a miracle. And we had miracles we are talking about miracles here. I don't see any miracle happening. I see kind of the old situation. But I think it's good that Lilith is not conforming herself and coming up in the shape of Eve. Because Earth, Gaia, the divine feminine needs to rise up and say, okay, stop with the use, stop with the abuse. There needs to be quality. If we take things from Earth, we need to give things back. It needs to be like the economy, like things are being taken out. We need to put things in as well. And this goes for relationship and environment and families and everything, work environments. So it's just up on the barricades and, don't give up. So, my dear Pisces, I hope this helps. And you can go to my channel, click the little icon there, and you will see the general readings for October being up. And also the love bonus readings for Libra season if you want to check them out. You can also go to the pick a card readings, and in the about section of my channel you will find offers of personal readings. And if you go to my webpage, that's a link there in the about section and also in the description box, you will find other services as healing and past life sessions. So next time I will be up with readings will be in the middle of October. So until then, take really good care and bye bye.